These are our two whiskeys today. Two of the best to me out there right now. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage 2020. And you got Stagg Jr. Batch 14. 130 proof. 130.2. And this Jack Daniel's Rye is 131.2. I'm going to do a side by side just because these are two of my favorite high proof whiskeys right now. About at the same price point retail, but secondary they're running a little bit more. This will be one of my first videos for bourbon. Hopefully many more to follow, but I figured this would be a good starting point. Bear with me. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Okay. Now we're gonna first go for the color. You can see in the bottle. Pretty similar for the most part in these two whiskeys. You know, usually with that higher proof you get a darker color, a more rich whiskey. Now we'll look at the nose. Seems that the rye is a little bit more sticky, more syrupy. You get more of a ethanol out of the Stagg Jr. More of a sweet oak. Still get that ethanol. Maybe some dried fruits in there. Little notes of chocolate. Alright, let's go in for a sip. A lot of chocolate on the front end. Sweet oak. Caramel. A little bit of vanilla. Nutmeg. And cinnamon at the end. A little bit of a hug. A little bit of heat. A lot of complexity in that whiskey. For a rye, it's like very sweet. I'm gonna have to go in for another one. Yeah, it's just so rich. Definitely sweet for a rye, though. Very desserty. There was one guy that referred to it as reminding him of a chocolate chip cookie dough. I could kind of see that, but more or less just really nice and complex. Very sweet for a rye. Amazing whiskey. Go for the Stagg. This is Stagg 14. This is a 14 batch. That's denoted by the proof, which I said before was 130.2. Let's go in for a sip. Okay. Wow. It's a fairly evenly balanced whiskey. A lot of good deep oak. Maybe some notes of dark cherry in there. I'm getting maybe a little bit of tannins. You know, like a slight char. You know, a little bit of barrel in there. Really good whiskey. side by side, it seems that the Stagg is a lot hotter. It seems like the single barrel just comes through a lot sweeter on side by side. And typically I don't like sweet, but in this case with such a high proof, it's actually refreshing to have a sweeter taste. Finding that the Stagg, although I do really enjoy it, is very hot when put side by side with this rye. Just further excites me because I was able to get a lot of bottles of this. Now it was limited to 200 bottles this year, and 200 barrels, excuse me, not bottles. And I was able to find one at first and was really happy to get it at retail. And then went to one of my locals the next day, and they had 18 barrels in stock. I was able to get 6 more bottles, and eventually ended up putting away 3, drinking 1, and giving a few to some friends. Between the two, as much as I do enjoy the Stagg and appreciate its rarity, I would have to go with the Jack Daniel's rye. Surprisingly, it just cements the fact that it's such a great rye. Probably one of the best of 2020 for sure. It's not as good as Michter's rye is, just a regular U.S. one to me, which I really don't like ryes, but it's one of my favorite ryes. This Jack Daniel's, for the value, is just a lot more, brings a lot more to the table, you could say. And Stagg, it's still, it's still a really good whiskey, but side by side, like I said, there's a noticeable difference in heat, and while it is a very complex and refined whiskey, very good, I do prefer the JD rye. And I appreciate you guys tuning in if you see this. And like I said, hopefully it'll be one of many in my side-by-side reviews of bourbon. And have a good day.